want to get the rest of the story.
Okay. So right now,
You see the body stance. He's getting, in a defensive. That's not commanding authority. That's being like soothing, self-soothing. He's in the defensive mode, and he's turning to her for help. He's like, "What's the name again?" And he's very condescending. This is exactly how it was with Lana when she went in there for her complaint. And everybody lies about her. I'm waiting for her to put out her version. Everybody lies about her losing in, acting disorderly when she never did.
so Lana is filing a complaint.
Yes, sir.
She got a complaint form. Once she gets the complaint, then we'll address it appropriately.
All right. Well, we want to finish getting our story, and we don't want to be trespassed from a public spot because in order to do that, you have to commit a crime. We're not criminals.
We're not addressing that here. Does anybody trespass you?
No.
Okay. Well, good.
Well, we're giving you a heads up. So this is
I'll address her. Okay.
Yeah, we're not here for her.
right.
Yeah.
We're giving you the head. No, we're doing a follow up story. We're giving you the heads up that we're going to go finish that story and get what we need, and we don't want to be unlawfully trespassed.
So you're going to somebody's business as a business?
We're going to the public spots.
We're going to public building.
We're going to City Hall.
Okay. We're going to school too?
The school.
Look at that face. He said, "You go to the school too?" Because they really think they got you with this one law that is like you can't get within 500 feet of a school zone. It's a Florida state statute. But in that same statute, and I misquoted it, I said subsection H. It's actually section 3 of it. It says anybody practicing their civil rights like freedom of speech or freedom to assemble, freedom to protest can go there. And, same with freedom of the press. It's a given on its face. And this guy really, look at his face. He really thinks he's got us there,
School board.
You go to the school board?
Yeah, and is there a statute that applies to the press?
There is a statute.
Look under section H. Section H of that statute that you quoted her, please. In order to not cost the Union County citizens a civil lawsuit, please let's obey the law and not restrict our freedom of the press.
Okay, absolutely. But when you're disrupting, and this is what they told us, they told us that she was disrupting
Okay.
their work environment, and they wanted her gone. That was the city manager, and that's what we did.
And you just take anybody's word for it and you don't conduct a proper investigation?
We don't do an investigation.
Okay. Well,
She's finally.
I understand a regular jackboot deputy, but you're lieutenant. You have a discipline problem in your ranks. Your lieutenant was the one who enforced that unlawful trespass.
We're not talking.
We're not.
Yeah, you said Jack, whatever.
You said Jack whatever. I said Jack Boot. Jack Boot. Anyways, that's a little sneak preview, y'all.
That was good preview.
That was good.
Thank you. It's about 35 minutes of me just doing that to him, letting him know, stop
Damn.
fucking up.
What's up, Rice Krispie?
What's up, 4corner?
Not much. Enjoying my freedom.
Thank God.
Yeah.
You got locked up and got out?
Yeah. I got out Thursday morning.
What happened?
They charged me with resisting and obstructing while I was on unsupervised probation. And 16 days after, I still went and did my thing, exercised my first, and was on supervised probation, but they were still keeping an eye on me through my videos. And being Press for Transparency, there's another channel out of Colorado called Press for Transparency, and he comes down and assists me, and we do cop watches and public tours. And we ended up following this one unit here in Farmington, New Mexico, up to a private attorney's office. We didn't know what was going on at first. Then afterwards, we found out the guy was, not mentally stable, and the attorney owed him some money, which the attorney was just giving him, I think, $20 a day just to get by. And that's what the man that was mentally, the mentally not that, not his mentality wasn't very well, and so what happened was me and Press for Transparency were filming from the sidewalk, and the female officer told us we can film, but we have to go across the street, and that wasn't a lawful order. And nothing really happened. The guy in the pickup, the one that was mentally disturbed, he was getting upset with us there, and he was upset with the police officer, and he was upset with the private attorney, and they knew I was on unsupervised probation. Nothing happened then. Nothing happened then. That day, it was on a Tuesday. But then on a Friday, a few days later, the Farmington Police Department came up to my job, and they arrested me at my job and told me I had a warrant out for me.
And what was the warrant for? What was the crime that they charged you with? Because you didn't
resisting and obstructing.
Because you didn't go across the street.
Yeah, well,
Did they
exactly.
I'm not an attorney. This is not legal advice. But the fact that they're telling you to move away, that's not only a Fourth Amendment violation, your First Amendment violation also. Because you get the full story, like they were trying to stop other people. Plus, they're telling you to move somewhere when you're not being detained. And if you give up some of your Fourth Amendment rights when you're on probation, that's different. But the First Amendment still applies, and the Fourth Amendment, it has to be reasonable. So if they're telling you to move across the street, there's a whole street in between you, and people are going to keep going through that street. So there are people who are closer to them who also pose no danger or no risk, but they're allowing them. So it's selective enforcement. They're trying to push you out because of your camera.
Right. It comes back to the camera, and they knew I was on unsupervised probation. So, and like I said, they showed up. Nothing happened then. Then everybody's wondering why they didn't arrest me then, and charge me. They had to go to the judge, and the judge admitted at court that he put out the warrant out on me.
Yeah.
And he said the obstruction is very vague.
Yeah.
And so he said but even though he said it's very vague, that he was still gonna, that was for my probation. It's confusing. I don't know.
The judge used the word vague.
That's what he used, yeah.
Bro, he's giving you a softball to hit. That judge knows the law is flawed and it needs to be challenged. And if you can challenge it on its constitutionality for being vague, just like Rogue Nation is doing with his case, because the words loitering and loafing, those things don't apply in this, and they're also vague. And there's several case law that is out there that has beaten it on vagueness, and that word vague is really important that judge used that. That's a good thing,
Yeah. See, they told me that they charged me with that obstructing and resisting. That was on a Tuesday. Then they showed up at my job on a Friday.
Yeah.
And they arrested me there. They told me, they wouldn't tell me at first. They said it's an open charge warrant.
So you had a violation of your probation after that? They violated you?
That's what they said, and I pled not guilty. On a Tuesday, I went to court, and I pled not guilty to the charges, and they gave me 2 court dates for my probation and for my resisting and obstructing. The following week, I had to show up at the municipal court, and I thought it was just, to check in with my probation, but I actually went to court, and they had the private attorney, the female officer, and the supervising probation officer all testify against me. Yeah, the judge, told me that my rights don't matter, even though he said it was vague, and he told me that I'm going to be doing 66 days in county.
Fuck, crying out loud! You did 66 days?
Yeah.
Right.
The whole time?
I did the whole time. I got out Thursday.
Howard, they didn't let you out early after like a month? They
No.
usually do that. Fuck, crying out loud.
My attorney tried to put in motions to get me out, but they weren't budging.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's where I was at for the last 2 months. Yeah, and I guess they were trying to still keep me in there for another 2 months. They're just so upset with me
Oh my God.
just for filming. Yeah, this town's that's the reason why I started the channel I have for this county, San Juan County, in the Four Corners area of New Mexico, because it's pretty bad. There's underground corruption going on. This is where the officers that shot the man at the wrong address, they say, in his front doorway, the one that made national news, that was here in front. They were getting a lot of criticism for it, and I'm finding out they actually went to the right address and killed the man, because there was a double homicide at a local salvage yard here the night before.
Well,
And come to find out, this guy that they went, his name was Mr. Dotson, and he used to work at that salvage yard, and he knew something about what happened the night before that the police department didn't want him to get out to the public, and even the staters lied on the report saying that the man, they went to the wrong address, and when they went to the address where they killed that Mr. Dutson, they shot one shot and it hit Mr. Dutson, and his wife came out with a gun too, and they let off another shot. That's when she put her gun down. That's on the staters report. And come to find look at when they posted the video on the news, it was totally different. The three officers went unloaded their clip on that Mr. Dutson, and they killed him in his doorway. And this is all this made national news, and they were getting a lot of criticism for it. And this town is terrible. And I got people coming onto my channel saying they got, information about them being crooked, and if they say something, that their lives are being threatened, their families are being threatened. So
yeah,
so
that's what criminals do.
right. So yeah, they're just pretty upset with me, and all I've been doing the whole time is just, the camera's the one that hurts their feelings, and when they see themselves, behaving badly, not being transparent and accountable, it pisses them off, and they get upset with me, and that's why I've won. They didn't win 2 cases, but they got 2 cases dropped that they tried to charge me with. One at the public defender's office, and another one at City Hall. The James Freeman helped me out with the one at City Hall. He got me a civil rights attorney. Once they heard that, they dropped the charges on that.
Nice.
And that's what they're pretty upset about, And they made sure that they were going to throw me in this time. So because I was on unsupervised probation, I was at a public park maybe about 11 o'clock at night and filming them. There was signs up that only said, when the park opens and closes. There was no annotations or no trespassing sign on the signs or ordinances.
Right.
So yeah, I was leaving, but the officer didn't like the way I was leaving, and they knew who I was. They knew I was no threat or nothing like that. So they charged me with criminal intent, and that's how I ended up on probation, unsupervised probation for a year. So they used that against me when I went back out, even though they put me on unsupervised probation on this charge. That's why I thought I don't know what's going on. I have to talk to my attorney. I'm kind of hearing through my family when they're keeping in touch with my attorney that all the 66 days I spent in there, I thought I served my time out for that, but it doesn't sound like it. So I don't know what's going on. So,
well, keep fighting, man, because you definitely have a case. Like I was gonna say, with that signage, it has to be conspicuous.
right. Yeah. So
Slow on that too. So good luck, brother.
yeah, thank you. Thanks, Christmas. But I thought I'd just come up here and just say hi to everybody, and I just wanted to let Westside Accountability. I don't know what happened to that mail, Westside Accountability. Did you receive it back?
Oh, she said she'd be right back.
Oh, okay. So she sent me she sent me a postcard when I was in county, and I never received it. And I was there was mail being sent to me from a good friend giving me information and case laws about resisting and obstructing, and they wouldn't give it to me until a week later. And one of my mail, it was open when they gave it to me, and it's
Yeah,
the
they open it and they read it, and sometimes they don't even give you the original. They make copies of it and give it to you because some people try to sneak in drugs laced in the paper,
Can they do that?
like birthday cards and stuff like that. Sometimes it's drugs that is the card is made out of like acid and shit.
Oh wow.
yeah. Westside sent me a postcard, but 2 weeks after she let me know, and I never received it. It was just hoping that she received it back. That's all.
You
That's
know,
the thing.
send some books to Eric Brandt, and we thought that you could just send it through Amazon because that's what Abade, his friend, thought. And they sent him his money back and told him, no, they don't do that. You have to tell them which book, the title, the author, the ISBN number, and it has to be paperback. It's a big old hassle. He's in Louisiana now. You know Eric Brandt, right?
I've heard of him. But he has his own channel, right?
Yeah. He's
Okay. I'm gonna have to go sub to him, and I've just been so busy here. Working, exercising my rights, and coaching here. I coached here in this small town where I live. Plus, try to keep them accountable, but it's terrible here. So
yeah.
but I just thought I'd inform you guys.
Well, just a cautionary tale. Eric Brandt said something threatening to a judge and ended up serving 12 years. They sentenced him to 12 freaking years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think now I know that I've been hearing about this. Yeah, so
And
I'm gonna.
now he's eligible. He's been in there for like 3 or 4 years already. He's eligible for like to go to a halfway house May 1st, and then they hit him with another charge because he made a phone call to a police station in Louisiana where James Freeman was, and he said something about threatening about the cop, but not really. It was like a vague thing, like, oh, what if he died, and they are charging him with that, knowing that he was about to get out. They just moved him from Colorado all the way to Louisiana to this place that had black mold. I mean, he wasn't pooping solid for a while, and now they moved him to another place. His attorney got him out of that place, and because there was no library there, and he wants a law library. So now he has a law library where he's already won 7 of his lawsuits. He's working on 3 more.
I see.
Yeah, he would paint his toenails and go barefoot onto the bus in Denver for 2 reasons. 1, to get the bus driver's attention with his toenails, right? And 2, to see if he would see if they would say anything about him being barefoot, which he's not technically since he painted his toenails. And if there's no rule on that, but they would try to enforce that. What if you're an unhoused person in Denver in the winter and somebody stole your boots, and that place, that shelter which gives you new boots, is on the other side of town? You got to take the bus or walk in the cold snow barefoot, right?
Yeah, it's just common sense. Yeah, that when it comes to somebody without any shoes on, like you said, what's going to happen if the person needs to make it to their destination?
So that dude is kind of nuts, but he's very intelligent. He's a genius, really. He was in Underwater Atom Smasher, I call him, but nuclear submarine technician, which is
okay.
Very intelligent for that. And then, he's just done so much work for the homeless and the poor out there. He went to the public defender's office, where they have this application form. You have to apply for indigent status, and it's 2 pages, but they leave off the second page that says that you don't have to claim Social Security or VA benefits, right?
Yeah.
people do because they don't see that second page, and then they deny them, saying, "Oh, you make too much money," when it's not supposed to count against them. So he went in there and he raised a stink about it, and they called the cops on him. But before the cops showed up, he went to the back office and spoke to an attorney, and they were like, "Okay, yeah, we got to fix that, blah, blah, blah." And then the cops arrived, and the attorney's like, "Oh, I think they're here to speak to you. Maybe you should go out there." And he talks very loudly. He says, "Am I to understand that you, the public defender, is advising me to speak to the police? What the fuck is wrong with you people?"
Yeah. Yeah, when I first got arrested, when I first started this, one of my first few public tours was at Aztec, New Mexico, and I went to the public defender's office, and they arrested me. They charged me with criminal trespass and resisting arrest. Yeah, they were charging me with private property charges. They told me it was private property inside the public defender. I was inside in the public area, and they told me I was trying to film private information. And we know, they're supposed to keep it private as public officials, out of the public's view, if they want to keep it private.
Yeah.
And they charged me with resisting arrest. And so I went to court for all that, and they wouldn't turn over their body cameras, the sheriffs. I don't know how many months, maybe about four months. And it came to speedy trial where they had no choice but to dismiss it. I wish I had a civil rights attorney back then, but this was when I really got into, the auditing.
Yeah. Hey, can I show you one of my favorite moments of Eric Brandt?
Yeah.
It's a Native American woman who was sitting on the side of the road, on the sidewalk, and she had a 40-ounce bottle of beer that was still unopened. The seal was intact. And the cops were going to try to give her a ticket for open container when it's not even open.
Interesting.
Yeah, check this out. Eric Brandt was there, and he let him have it. Look at this.
What about it?
Look at this cop trying to play interference so the woman can't hear how to defend herself.
D. Yeah. What about it?
Look at this cop trying to play interference so the woman can't hear how to defend herself.
Doesn't look like there's anything out of it to me. Looks like a brand new bottle of beer.
That's Eric Brandt talking.
Gotcha.
No justice, no peace, the police. Hello, Mr. Gray. Mr. Birkin? The seal isn't even broken on that bottle. What the f*** is wrong with you people?
It was at this moment that the cop realized he messed up and was caught red-handed trying to harass the most vulnerable of our society, like they usually do.
Sir, you just back up a little bit, okay? Well, maybe you should just back up a little bit. That seal is not even broken. I can see it from here. Look at that. That is a fully intact seal.
Watch this. It gets so good.
The seal's not even broken. She's not committed it. This woman has committed no crime. She is being harassed by the Denver Police Department. They're charging her with drinking in public, and the seal is still on the f***ing bottle. What the f*** is wrong with these people?
Watch this.
Get the f*** out of here, pig! No justice, no peace!
Look at this.
These stupid-ass big police! Get the f*** out of here, pig, and stop harassing innocent citizens! You took an oath to uphold the law, and abusing people is breaking the law! You need to go back to school! Go fuck yourself!
He definitely schooled him on that one.
Yep. And they hopped the fence to get away from it.
No justice, no peace, no police!
Yeah, as much as they didn't want to stop what they were doing, why didn't that young lady's rights, you know?
That she would have been arrested
Right,
for
right.
drunken disorderly, you know.
And what do you call that? False imprisonment? They would have just gave her a ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that was a good one. So that's Eric Brandt. I have to subscribe to his channel.
Yeah, well, he was in full retreat, and he said they shot me in the ass with a cannon. It's like I can't do. If they release me, I will crawl under a rock and hide forever and never fuck with them again. You know, he's broken, man, and it's fucked up. But he really doesn't show it. He's like writing to everybody saying thanks for all the support and solidarity, and he's very like still like vibrant, full of knowledge, wanting to read more and more books, like I said. And that's he just knows that he's facing a lot more time. He's gonna at least spend the next 18 months waiting for a trial on this bullshit new charge. You know, when he was almost on his way out, man, they just fucking with him, making an example. Like they will bury you under the jail just to, you know, they don't do that to murderers. They don't do that to rapists.
No, no.
If you're exposing them,
Why?
because you're exposing them, that's not.
Okay.
You could do anything to each other. Just don't even think about coming to the state. You talk to the judge wrong, and you're going to jail forever. You know what I mean? Don't ever say anything against the state.
Oh yeah, this 60 days the 66 days that I spent in there, they were trying to put another 60 days on me again. I know what you mean. Because they didn't want me out to, like Rice Krispie said, they don't like to be exposed.
Exactly.
Yeah, the camera's like a weapon to them. They consider it
a story of a traffic stop that ended up with the guy being shot, and the cop is saying that the guy did it to himself, and I'm not buying that story. Nobody in the town is, and they're already putting up bullshit letters that I told them I want digital copies of these, and you have 7 days to give it to me. And they send me this letter. Oh, your voluminous request, and you know what? That voluminous request. I just want the body cam footage from one traffic stop. I didn't ask for the whole months, you know. So they're already fighting it. They're circling the wagons.
Yeah, even though I didn't know what was going on the inside, I already knew that's what their plan was, to keep me in there as long as they could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a boogie, y'all.
All right, Crispy. It's good chatting with you.
You too, man, and welcome out, brother.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Got my freedom back, so.
Good. Take care, Westside. Whenever you see this, whenever you get back, let her know I said take care. And she'll see it later on, I guess. Gregory, thank you, bro.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome
remember,
anytime you want.
You remember Linda Carter? You remember that?
Yeah.
Linda Carter, Wonder Woman.
Yeah, oh yes. Yeah, oh yeah.
All right, man. That's something we had in common in that first interview. All right, y'all.
Oh, later. Yeah, that's why. Yes, I remember that. Yes. Yes.
You said who would I want to audit with? Linda Carter. Anytime.
Right on, Rice Krispie. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, man. Bye.
Appreciate it.
Later. I'm back.
Hey, Westside. Yeah.
Hey, food over there.
Yeah.
Food in the gym.
Oh, you didn't know?
How was the food?
Yeah, it's a repeat process. You know, I worked on the AM crew, and every morning it was cereal bologna, and two sweet cakes. And it usually comes with butter, jelly, peanut butter. On Wednesdays is always boiled eggs with cereal. Always comes with milk, you know. So, and that'll be every morning the cereal. Every morning, 7 days out of the week.
No coffee?
Oh, they give you the package, the instant coffee in small packages. Other than that, you have to order it off a commissary with your
Order?
yeah. You have to order the instant coffee too. You can get a bag off a commissary. Other than that, they'll give you small packages on certain mornings, small coffee packages. Yeah, you got the tea, the juice. They're just colored. It doesn't even taste like tea or Kool-Aid or nothing. They're sugarless, no sugar and all that. So it's just like drinking colored water. Yeah. Uh, the reason why they do that is because it's the inmates will make hooch out of if they if they add sugar into those you know the tea and the juice and all that. So that's what I found out. That's the reason why it don't. It tastes it's sugarless pretty much is all it is. Yeah, loud in there. Can't get no sleep. The doors are slamming all the time. You have to get up for count. Get up for breakfast, lunch. They have a washer and dryer in there that's running 24/7 with 50 inmates in one pod. That was in the kitchen pod, the trustee pod. So yeah, yeah. West
I
Side, you
want
still
that.
there?
I want that song. I want. Oh my.
Yes,
Yeah.
what's up?
No, I never got your postcard. I don't know what happened. I hope you received it back.
I haven't yet.
Okay. I don't know why I never got it. I talked to the sergeant in there, and he said it's probably in my property. And when I got out, it wasn't in my property at all. So I don't know what happened to that postcard that you sent me.
It's okay. It was just a picture of Arizona.
Really? Okay. Right
It
on.
was just a postcard that I got from probably one of the museums or something that had just the state of Arizona on it, different shapes and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I really do appreciate your support while I was in there, Westside. You always
Yeah, I
been
wish I
supportive
could
of
do
my
more,
channel.
but
Say again.
so I always wish I could do more, but I'm glad Northwoods and them were able to keep in contact with you.
Oh,
And
that's all that you did. You did what you could, by just supporting was good enough, So then it was good to have, knowing that there's supporters on the outs that were understanding why I was in there, and you know, coming to my FaceTime and telling me, stay strong and all that, because it's just pretty easy to break down in there. I seen it, and yeah, I had to be strong, So then, like I was telling Rice Krispie earlier, I knew that they were going to try to hold me in there longer, and and here I just found out that's what they were trying to do.
oh
They're
wow,
trying to they're trying to have me in there for another 60 days. So I guess my attorney was talking to the DA and told him that wasn't fair. So I still haven't talked to my attorney. He said he's been busy. I've got in contact with him, but he's been busy with other clients too. So yeah, but just now I still got to go to court for the resisting and obstructing, which they tell me I violated my probation because of that, and I pled not guilty to the charges. I'm stupid. So
now is when you file that 1983 lawsuit.
yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to my attorney, and it's kind of
Tell him.
hard, when you think you don't need, your attorney. What is he up to? I hired him to defend me, and so then it's like feels like he's more or less making plea deals, and it's kind of
Yeah.
well, I
That's
see
what
it.
Lemmy had a problem with, and he ended up just taking a plea. And it's like, no, we don't want to plea. You don't want to plea. You're not
Right.
guilty. You don't want to plea because now he can't go to the libraries, and that's what I'm trying to get everybody to gather in to start filing paperwork for him to get back into the library. Because how do you not be in the library?
The
Oh
public
wow.
library.
He wasn't filming kids. He wasn't filming. I mean, not that you can't film kids, but he wasn't filming kids. He was just in the library. I believe it was a retired captain, stepped on his foot, hurt his foot, Then they pushed him out of the building, and then the cops told him, gave him that ultimatum. They gave him that ultimate choice to either you can go back in, but I'm gonna arrest you. So he went back in, and they arrested him.
He should never went back. He should never went back to San.
He can though. That's the thing. He was fighting for his rights, but then stuff happened where he had to take a plea.
Yeah, they just don't understand that the only private place is pretty much your home. If you're out in public, and somebody's got a camera, it's a threat. That you're out in public.
But at this point, they should know this because there's so many cameras. And I was talking with Maria earlier, and we were talking about the Hamas thing and how all the protesters are out. So that's probably going to be my next thing, and to get back out there is just to go help the protesters, because now they're getting beaten the hell out of. And some are starting and stuff, but some aren't. They're just getting beat and then handcuffed and jailed.
Yeah, it sounds like I don't know if you guys heard about Standing Rock. This is about 7-8 years ago, where they were going to put the pipeline through North Dakota, South Dakota, along that area. Yeah, it's the same thing. First, it was going to go through a local town, near a local town, and they didn't want it to go through that local town. The people went and voted on that, and so they ended up putting it through the reservation, and that's where the local natives there try to protest and let them know that they didn't want to go through the reservation, but it was telling them tough luck, and they were the same thing, like you said. They were protesting, and there were pepper spray shot out with rubber bullets.
And they have to pay for all that,
right? And they were being thrown
for the George Floyd things too that they did.
Right, and then they were thrown in jail for protesting, and thousands of dollar bonds to get out, and crazy.
Yep, and now they're having to pay for them. Now they're having to pay all that money, or pay the people and some.
Yeah, to say that I was almost ready to go over there, at the time, but I just didn't have no transportation. And right then, we invested in a vehicle. That was Genuine and Sterling and I was about ready to head up there, but pretty much all ended at the time that we were about ready to go. So, I heard about all kind of stuff. Like airplanes flying over and dropping. Some type of liquid all over the everybody that was there protesting from different tribes. Getting them sick. So, it was pretty bad.
That's even worse too, because they're lucky, that the taxpayers don't have to pay millions more for just that alone.
Right.
And like I said, we're still paying for the whole George Floyd stuff, or paying for other not riots, but other stuff that those people were doing. We're still paying for all that.
Yeah, they don't understand that. The people don't understand we're paying for it. Like you said, it's us. It's coming out of our pockets.
Yep. And then they want us to sit there and be slaves, and they won't let you go to the bathroom, and they won't let you do other stuff.
And that's the reason why they do it too, because they know it's not going to come out of their pockets personally. These public servants.
Right. Well, and that's the thing too, is what we need to start doing is, we're gonna go for their bonds, go for the things that keeps them in these public places. We need to go and take their bonds.
And surety bonds, and just that I know I've got information on how to go about it, and it's just it's a process, and it's like you said, we have to go after the surety bonds is one good way.
Right, because as soon as they can't do it, then as soon as they can't get, they can't get those insurance bonds no more, they won't be able to practice. They won't be able to go and start arresting people.
Right, and the surety bonds, it's the same thing. They're not supposed to. It's a contract to where they're not supposed to violate our rights.
Right.
Yeah.
But then like the company, the insurance company won't be able to certify them if they keep doing the stupid stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, because they put their signature on that contract saying they want to embezzle money, like we're talking about. They want violated rights and stuff they're not supposed to do. And once they break that, the contract on that surety bonds, like you said, the insurance company is gonna, the gonna have to pay for all that out of.
Yeah, and after a while, then they won't be able to do it. You got to come to Gregory's to join, and you got
I
to
don't
show
know
yourself.
him. Andy White. I never heard of him before.
And you got to show yourself.
Yeah, you guys show yourself first because I don't know you. I never seen you before.
And you have to go to Gregory's. So let me drop Gregory's.
Yeah, so altogether, I did 71 days. They weren't running the 5 days. I was put in jail a week before this, concurrent with my charges.
Oh, that's not right.
Right. So, but I got through it. Now I'm
You
ready.
did. You
Got my
did.
freedom back. Yeah. So I don't know. What? Like I said, now I'm hearing that this is not even covering my probation. But I haven't even talked to my attorney yet. I don't know why they put me in jail anyways. It's supposed to be for probation violation, and I think I served the time for that. So
Right.
yeah, but it's good to be out. It's been 5 days since I've been out. Yeah, it's just nobody doesn't want to be there. It's just, and people are saying prison's even better than county. County's the worst one that you would be in. So
Right.
you think the other way. Prison's worse than county, and people who've been to prison that are in there that are going back to prison say it's way lot better than prison's a way lot better than county. So. And that I don't really know, but the people that been through the system already, that's what they've been telling me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be either one of them wouldn't be fun, or even not that it's supposed to be fun, but like who would want to be in there? Who would want their freedom taken away? And like I have one of my cousins, he's been in there and he's on his third strike right now, and he's in prison, and I'm like, how do you go back each time? And I know it's because they're like enabling them, putting money on their books and all that stuff, and making sure every week they got money, and yeah.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Another thing about the system, some of them, like the homeless here on the street, during the winter, it's like a thing for them. If they got no place to go, they'll steal something from a local grocery store or shopping center just to spend the winter in there. There's another, the way they, I guess the people that are living on the streets, need the system. So.
And that's the thing too, is we're sending all this money to other countries to help them fight the war that we shouldn't even be funding. And when we got people on the streets, like I saw a short earlier, a couple of them actually, of Las Vegas and how it's become even worse. Like they got them lined up down the street.
Exactly. I've been there and I've been down that street. I know what street you're talking about. All the tents all the way down. I don't know how many. There's probably a few more blocks than I've seen. Yeah, it was a couple, 3, 4 blocks. The last time I went down there. My sister used to live down there, and her husband told me, "Do you want to check out a site with the homeless?" And yeah, sure enough, there was nothing but homeless gone. I don't know how many blocks of Las Vegas.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it's much worse now.
Oh yeah, because they're lined up down the streets and stuff, and I'm like, that's just wild and crazy, even worse, Hey folks, I gotta bounce out. Thanks, Tandy Tall.
And tell them to chat.
Yep.
All right, Westside. Like I said, appreciate your support. Gregory, appreciate you having me up on panel. And it's good to be out and free and back on.
It's good to be out here. Thank you for coming up.
Yeah, no problem, Gregory. You always tell me I'm welcome up on your panel, so appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome.
Any day, anytime.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna jump off too. I'm gonna take care of a few scenes here.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Oh yeah, you too, Westside. It was good talking to you, Gregory. Enjoy the rest of your panel and the rest of your day. Everybody in chat. All right, guys. I'm out.
Bye.
Well,
Just
tomorrow-
monsters. You going live in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, there he
Yeah,
is.
How y'all doing?
Chilling.
Good. Chilling.
I need milk duds.
Magnificent. What I miss?
Nothing.
Oh, good.
Well, you missed 4corners leaving.
Whoop, whoop. It happens.
Yeah, what's
Can't
going on?
be time, right? I can only lurk one place at a time. What we got shaking? Is there a topic? Are we
No.
covering anything in particular?
No,
We're
Yeah,
free balling.
Ooh, let me take my underwear off.
We're free balling it.
yeah.
I don't have any problem with that at all. Although
I just wanted to say it.
I wanted to hear you say it.
Well, I'm glad you wanted to.
Make sure. What's up, NH Mountain Girl? Good to see you. 4corners? Yeah. So where do we want this to go? I just left a panel of very angry men arguing with each other.
Oh my
And
God. I hate that.
She asked me up. I came in and it turned into a smoke session, and I sat there, I smiled, I waved at people, I said hi to everybody I knew, and I was like, there's probably better places for me to spend my time.
Well, welcome.
Welcome.
Some folks are just funny. They don't like it when I laugh at them, because when you get so worked up over something about like the color, like if you want to argue over red pill, blue pill, black pill, base pill, whatever, that's all labels you stick on something to other people. I don't understand why you have to other people. Northwoods.
You want to come up, Chris?
It's just I don't know. I don't like the division. I'm not a fan of division.
I'm not a fan either. I just want everybody to be happy and peaceful and get along. But I mean, I understand we can't share the world, even though we're supposed to.
Well, in 200,000 years, peace has never been an issue. So,
all of a sudden it is, even just YouTube.
Well, no, it's not. There is no such thing. You can have a peaceful moment, but all of us, each one of us has our haters, and you know who I'm talking about on your corners, right?
Yep.
You know who your haters are, and you know why they hate you, or you at least know that they hate you. So, I mean, when you host a panel and you bring up a bunch of people that hate everyone or everything or all of a certain type of thing, like let's say you had somebody who hates triangles, and they would come up and fuss about us being in a triangle the whole time, or they hate the number 33. That's all they can think about. They obsess over it. And so when someone hates you, the only weapon you have against them is complete and total silence and an absolute blackout of interaction. That's it. That's your best weapon.
Right.
And it seems like when you try to tell people that, oh, well, stop reacting to them, they're like, but you mean you think they're right? No, they're wrong. You're wrong for reacting. They're wrong for saying it. I'm wrong for interacting with you about it. But somebody has to say it. I mean, the more you interact with someone who dislikes you, the more they're going to dislike you. And it becomes a vicious cycle of you trying to defend yourself against empty accusations that never had a basis in fact in the first place,
Right.
assuming they don't.
Right.
So why give them the energy, the vibes, the electricity in the air, the time, the amount of space in your mind to come up with a counter argument when it's just fiction to start with? What's up, Maria? I'm not Canadian. I don't know if you noticed the accent. I'm a little light skinned.
Don't mind Marie.
She's good. It's all right. No, dude, I just came off a panel of very angry men. It was.
This is a change for you.
Well, I was kind of hoping for a different panel, but it was the first one I caught. I met her last night on States chat, and she was like, "Oh, well, I'm doing a panel tomorrow. Feel free to come by." And so I did. Yeah, I showed up, and now I have an idea of what type of content she does, and we'll see where that goes. I think she's going to be a million sub channel, provided she doesn't get burned by the people she's bringing in.
Gotcha.
It's like you, Westside. You have an opportunity to be a major channel. I'm not sure how to make that happen because it has to be you to determine what you want to do with it. And I just don't think you've landed on anything specific yet.
I haven't.
And that's your holdup. If you ever get a direction and put your feet on the ground and go, I think it'll go. Whatever you decide to do, it's just keep doing what you're doing. You'll find it.
Yeah, I just got a car, so that's.
Oh, that'll help.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now, and that's what my setback was. I didn't have a ride.
Okay. So I fell into paneling and interviewing people kind of backwards. I actually started my channel to read Westerns.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
Well, I never did. When I bought my first mic, it was broken when it came, but I've never worked with a mic, and so I did not know. And I could not make it work for recording, but I could scream loud enough for it to come through on a panel.
Nice.
So that's kind of how I ended up. And also, the first 4 panels I got invited on, I went up and was asking questions, and it turned into me taking over the panel. And I didn't mean for that to happen. It just was a natural extension of me being curious. Like, I'm not sure exactly what Gregory Italk does. I've seen several of his streams. He seems to do a little bit of everything that he comes across.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know how to define that channel, but I would come in and ask a bunch of questions, and eventually people would just sit around and listen to me talk because they're curious about the same stuff, I guess.
Yeah, my channel is different.
I can say that.
Yeah.
It is different.
Yeah. I do more singing, topics. I call host other channels too, That's it.
I was gonna do a roll your joint channel.
Yeah, YouTube kind of frowns on that, even if it's legal in some places. It's like, I don't know. YouTube's kind of weird. I'm putting together a stream for Thursday nights. I've kind of stopped doing my Thursday night stream because I didn't have anywhere to land it, And I've been working on, I don't even have it back here. I've been working on the concept for a little while, and I create shows and then bring in people I think fit the show well, and then give them the format of the show. I show them how I put everything together, how it works, all of that, and then send them off into the wild blue yonder to go frolic. Here's all the gizmos, all the keys, all the clips, all of everything, and just go have fun. And it makes better content easier. which is really what I want to do. I want to watch better content on YouTube. And so I try to help people do that so that I can watch it.
Gotcha.
But Thursday, I am putting together something called YouTube Slave Class. It's specifically geared to the people who have started their channel, whether they've had it for 5 years or 6 months or 20 days. I really don't care, but it's for people who have yet to figure out what they're going to do with their channel, but they need to know things like terms of service, technical issues, StreamYard, Stream, you name it. If it is done on YouTube, I'm going to try to have somebody around to answer some kind of questions about it. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. Sometimes things just don't work.
Well, that's how you test it, is by playing with it, right?
Yeah. Well, have you ever seen Flow State?
Flow State, no.
Okay. Well, he does something of a weird twist on a drama channel, right? It's not always drama, but it always ends up being drama. And I kind of put the show together with him in mind, but after experiencing a lot of his streams, I realized there's no way it would work, you know? So I don't know. I'm just going to start doing it and wait until I come across somebody that fits, and then I'll give it to them and do something else on Thursdays.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have nothing yet.
Hey, John.
No, that's not true.
I mean, I have a lot. I just don't know what to do with any of it.
You're doing a lot, and because you're doing a lot, you're spread thin like not enough butter over too much bread, and that it shows in the execution and style. But you have yourself, your personality, and your take on things, and this alone is obviously somewhat desirable to the YouTube sphere. So I think you're onto something. You just got to figure exactly what you'd want to be on.
All right. Well, and I know the interview thing is more Gregory's thing. The interviews are more your thing.
Yeah, well, yes.
But I don't mind
And forget
helping.
Okay.
I interview what's crispy, exegeo.
Punchline.
Yeah, punchline. Yeah.
Oh, bro, I can't even make the list. I'd have to go to my library. It's everything from Bigfoot hunters to knitting circles. I've covered a lot of YouTube ground, and I found something really weird that kind of confused me, and I don't know what to make of it. When I hit around 3,000 subscribers, anyone under 500 subscribers just pretty much stopped answering or responding. They seem to think that I was trying to troll or something. In other words, they never checked the show. They never went and looked. Because if they had, they'd realize that I don't care if you are a alien abduction survivor or if you're a mountain climber. As long as you're putting up videos on YouTube, I'm interested. What's up, A-Jop? Good to see you, girl. That's not bad. Thank you.
Howie. Hey, Genuine. And Trex. A lot of people are jumping in. Uh-oh, it's Gregory's bedtime.
Man, I'm lazy today. I don't know why.
That's my everyday life.
Normally have something to say, but I don't. Huh.
Yeah, you don't even have videos. What's going on with you?
No, that's tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah, that's stuff. I'm gonna do a 5 days one and one a admin the Bill of Rights, so videos 5 days.
where you're gonna go over all of the Bill of Rights?
I'm gonna start with the 1 to 10. Then,
Gotcha.
yeah, I'm doing all 50 states of auditing.
That'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm. I did from A, B, C, and D. Tomorrow morning singing all week.
And early morning singing. Yep. So you're going live around 2 for the
No, 3.
3 for the amendments.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. 4 Corners is back.
Yep. I forgot to drop freaking what's crispy link.
You still can.
I think
still live?
yeah, I did twice.
Huh.
Once I get Wog Nation interview, man, it would be big opening,
Well, then you ask John Felix, and you just keep going down the line. You got Caucasians in here right now. You could be interviewing.
Oh, come on. We got to do a schedule. We got to set that up right. I need to be able to
Yeah, I
share
know. Yeah, voice side.
everything.
Hey, we're on the fly. Come on.
But that's not going to draw the attention that he desires. He needs
I know. It's
you
just
do
a
it right.
Maybe
That's
All right,
what
well,
it
maybe
we're gonna have to schedule it.
What is the best time for you?
hit me up, email me. It's CaucasianSasquatch@gmail. I'm really
Okay.
easy to get a hold to. I don't answer emails immediately. I check them about 3 times a day, so don't panic if I don't immediately respond.
No, don't worry, because Edric did the same thing too. I email Edric sometimes. She don't look at email like 3 or 4 times after that.
I live stream. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get this right. I do a Jot show on Tuesdays. I do Captain Curmudgeon's show on Sundays. I am putting together the YouTube slave class for Thursdays. And I generally just do a random thing Saturdays if I stream Saturdays. So any other day, and all of those are at 8 p.m. typically. There is one catch. As soon as Tiffany Hanyard goes to trial, if they televise that trial, I will be streaming the whole thing. I am going to laugh at that woman until my belly hurts.
Yep. I can't wait for those ones.
You can join. I've got Captain Curmudgeon and Midlife Bro Logic lined up. If you want to get in on it, let me know, because I would love to have a woman involved. That would be awesome. Tiffany Hanyard, the Dalton County mayor, who's stolen everything that wasn't nailed down and got out a screwdriver to take a few other things.
Oh, you mean that lady that hates everybody? Okay.
She was horrible to that little girl on the Easter. That was just horrible.
Bro, she's horrible everywhere she goes. You know that woman was arrested and convicted for smashing windows on Main Street and stealing stuff out of cars.
Oh my goodness.
And became mayor.
I'm sure she's got a big ass rap sheet.
Actually, no. That seems, as far as I could tell, that one conviction is the only conviction I could find, and everything else seems to either not exist or be sealed. Uh, Apparently, and I don't know this for a fact, but this is the information I got when I started looking into it. I was told by people from Dalton that the way she got on the mayoral ticket was, well, no, not mayoral, the other place. She was like a comptroller or city controller or something for a nearby village first. And the way she got that job is they didn't have anyone running for it. And so they held a casting call like they did for AOC. And she was apparently the most photogenic and best spoken person that came in to do the casting call. And so she got hired, she ran, and she won.
Oh, wow.
But I don't have any proof of that. That's when I started looking into it. I had a few people crawl out the woodwork from the city of Dalton going, no one actually, she never ran on a legitimate ticket. She just showed up and no one ran against her at first. And so she won.
Wow. And now she spent all the money.
Yeah, no, the only Tahoe on that police force that has been paid for is the one she drives around personally.
Mm.
They are in the process of losing their street lights. The crosswalk signs are being repoed. Every single police car is being repoed. All of I heard, I don't have any evidence of this. But yet the person that lives in Dalton told me that they are threatening to repo the cops' uniforms.
Oh, wow.
Dude, this is serious.
Wow.
Like I said, I can't prove that last one, and he won't come on panel and talk about it because he lives there. But he was like, no, man, they're fixing to come take their guns, their badges, and everything. They're going to be out there walking the streets with sticks.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, they brought it on themselves.
Well, I mean, I hate to be one of those people, but you do get what you vote for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or what you didn't vote for, didn't have run. I mean, I'm sure they could have got somebody better off the street.
I don't vote in national elections. Let me explain why. I'm a conservative. My wife is a liberal, and so we sit down and talk about it before the election. And if she decides she's going to vote, then I go vote against her, and so it cancels out. And so we talk about it and come to the conclusion whether one side or the other has a better argument, and then that person votes. That way, neither one of us has to vote against our party ever. But it also removes half of the necessity to find babysitters and, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Wait in poll lines.
Yeah, well, only one of us has to suffer through it. And so,
Right.
Because the way I see it is it kind of cancels out. So now locally, it's a whole nother ball game, but you know what I mean?
Right.
I think I want another cup of coffee. Y'all reckon y'all can carry this show without me for about 5 minutes?
Oh, yeah, we got this.
I think you got it.
After
all, you're a professional.
I try.
I gotta end this. Minutes.
You're gonna end it?
Well, you guys can wait for me. Till 9 o'clock. Then I end at 9.
You're gonna end at 9?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be able to hang till 9?
Yeah, I could. You?
Yeah, I got candy.
Oh, okay.
I got a whole box of milk duds.
Normally this month, this evening, I didn't want to go live. Good thing I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good thing Oscar came in,
Maria's laughing at me because I got candy.
Yeah, because John Phillip was live, for 24 minutes.
Yeah, I missed it. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
It's only 24 minutes. Hey, big move, 18. Yeah, freaking YouTube. I cannot even change my They won't let me download my picture.
Oh no,
Nope.
the other one,
Yeah.
the one Tats made you.
Yeah.
You can screenshot it and just get it.
No, they won't let me because I'm limited.
But you should be able to screenshot it, like get it on
I
your
know.
phone and screenshot it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Tats has it still, like emailed somewhere, emailed to you, know?
No, his old email is gone.
Oh, you deleted the email?
No, his account is gone.
No, I'm not saying his account. The email that he sent it to you in.
Oh yeah, I did, but it goes back.
It got black.
No, it's he don't have it no more. He terminated it.
Yeah, but you should still have the email that he sent you.
Oh yes, I did. Yes.
No, so get it off of there and screenshot it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm out of water.
I wonder what happened to
Thanks for dropping those links. Why did Tess delete his account?
No, he didn't delete it. He didn't delete it.
It's still up there?
No, YouTube took it down.
Oh. Why? Because he was trolling too much or what?
No. I heard he had a lot of strikes.
Oh, he had a lot of strikes. Well, I mean, he had those haters that were always striking it. So, yeah, I would see that.
Yeah. If people in the background, yeah, he left his account. If you guys want one video, go ahead. It's my permission. People in the background.
What, you put a Gatorade in the refrigerator?
No.
You might have called me, but huh?
Mm-hmm. In the same spot where they left them.
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, I'll do it in an hour or so.
Are your parents live with you? Your parents?
What happened?
Does your mom and dad live with you?
Yeah.
If we move to Texas, are they moving too?
Yep. No, I might leave them here and I'll just go myself. I'll get everything. I want to get everything fixed first. Who is it? Oh, Toll for Life. What's up?
What's up? And can you drop Toll for Life channel, please?
Drop the link. Drop the link. You get that coffee made? That was quick.
What's up, Toe Daddy? Good to see you, bud. Welcome to the show.
Toe Daddy, huh?
Well, he's my baby daddy. He's one of those guys that he really gets off on sparkly vampires that stand in the sunlight.
Oh, yeah?
Apparently, he's a sparkle simp. No, I got nothing but love for him. He's good. He's good peoples. Boy, this is exciting. Oh, I have a better background for this.
Why is it so exciting? And we're only going till 9 because Gregory's getting tired. Gregory, you want some coffee, Gregory?
No. 9 o'clock is my bedtime.
Oh, you had too much the other day?
Yeah, I had 4 cups today.
A nice, gentle marine snowfall. That's much more like it.
Yeah, Yeah, because
Yeah,
I don't
see
get no.
hashtag Team Edward. He's nothing but a sparkle simp. He's over there just simping up for those tight jeans wearing vampires.
Oh, it's almost midnight over there.
Oh, yeah, no, I got about 30 minutes till midnight over here.
Oh yeah, that's NH girl and NH mountain girl. Look at Gregory. Read that last message right there.
I did once. No. 24 hours live stream. No. I won't do it.
No,
Will you? West Side?
I have.
Nope.
I think I
I don't
slept
see
through
the
it.
point. I don't see the point. What is the purpose of a 24-hour stream?
I guess mostly it's just get your watch hours.
I
But I mean, I never got my watch hours out of it, and I've done it.
Yeah. I think you would do better rather than trying to do a 24-hour stream to get watch hours up, to do to utilize your shorts capabilities to promote your live streaming and do a daily live stream, even if it's only 30 minutes to an hour. That would do more for viewership than also doing streams at different times. One of the issues I have is I don't even touch my computer until after about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, unless something specific comes up. So like if you emailed me and wanted me to come in at 9 a.m., I'd be ready for that. But otherwise, if you're holding a panel, that's why I'm almost never up here. I'm either live or it happens before I'm in my studio. But seriously, I've found that it's kind of a weird thing, and I'm trying to figure out how to say it right. All right, if you are people who share their own stream on their own community tab are kind of wasting the effort, because your subscribers are probably going to get a notification. And if they don't get a notification for your live stream, they're probably not going to get your community post either. Plus, a community post takes about 24 hours to actually get rolling real good. And so if you're fixing to go live and you shared your community tab, no one's going to see it until the next day. It's not going to bring people in immediately. That's not how that works. The community tab works more like an Instagram post and less like an advertisement. So if you're going to have a stream day after tomorrow and you know what time it's going to be, go ahead and schedule it. It'll get a notification when you do. Then share it right after you schedule it on your community tab if you want to. I don't really see a point, but at least it'll have time to get into the algorithm and actually have an effect before you go live. Because that gives you 4 notifications. That gives you the notification that goes out when you schedule it, the notification that goes out when you post the community post, and then a notification 30 minutes before you go live, and then a notification when you go live. And that seems to have at least the effect of most people choosing not to show up rather than not get the notification.
Right, and that does make more sense too.
And I'm not throwing any shade anywhere with any of that. I'm just saying that I find it odd that people haven't noticed that. Just dropped an ash in my freaking coffee. I'm gonna drink it anyway. So That's NH Mountain Girl. That's that New Haven? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's East Coast. I know that much.
In the mountains.
But theoretically, she may have just been born in the mountains. You never know. What do you enjoy doing most, Westside, other than cooking? I know you do a lot of that stuff.
Me?
New Hampshire. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ask that question again.
What do you enjoy doing most that isn't cooking?
Chit-chatting with everybody.
Okay, well, in that case, if you have are you functioning on the phone or a computer?
Right now I'm on the laptop.
Okay. You do have a laptop to work with. Right.
I do.
Okay. That makes StreamYard management a whole bunch easier.
Of course, yeah.
So if that's the case, you seem to enjoy running, at least participating in panels, if not running them, right?
Yeah.
So I just realized I haven't had a after dark in a while. Have I?
You haven't.
I haven't.
No, you did not too long ago, didn't you?
Well, yeah, the After Dark is specifically for after Sasquatch shills. Chilling with Sasquatch is a little bit different. Anybody's welcome on a Chilling with Sasquatch, but After Darks are specifically for previous guests.
Hi, Sable.
Hey, Sable.
Best dude.
I see the problem. There we go.
You have a problem?
Oh, no, I couldn't see the chat because I'm an idiot. Had it on private chat and sitting there staring at a blank screen going, where are all these people at? I'm over here talking about using StreamYard intelligently, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
It happens.
Yeah, but it's supposed to happen to other people, not me. I'm a professional.
I think I'm
Go
just
ahead.
lazy on doing lives. And like with the whole cop watching and those, when I first started, it was you go live for when you had the cops.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just go live for willy-nilly, or not that willy-nilly is not fun, but like it was save your lives for when you have cops. Or when they're like harassing you and stuff like that.
I can understand that from a perspective, but your laptop, between StreamYard and OBS and a couple of other free programs that exist out there, your laptop has the ability to produce content on level quality with CNN. If you're willing to put in the effort and time and go find the clips and do the things, you can do a full-on news program. And that's kind of sort of what me and Captain Curmudgeon are working at. That's what he wants to do, is like a not necessarily the news satire news show.
Gotcha.
Meanwhile, AJOT wants to do reactionary content involving strange, unusual, creepy, or cops. So quite often we end up doing things like interrogations, bad cop videos, occasionally a good cop video, that kind of stuff. That's a little different.
Which, I mean, we had some good, we have some bad, and so That would be interesting to do.
The panel I was just on, there was a guy on there who's like, well, you know, I was a military police and I was a county sheriff, and then later I was a deputy. And I was like, can you tell me the 5 tenets of the First Amendment?
Right.
Utter blankness. He's like, freedom of assembly. And I'm like, that's a good one. I like that one. Anything else?
We did that yesterday, me and Gregory. We did the First Amendment. We did all 27 amendments, even though there's 29, I believe. 28 or 29 now.
The whole gaggle of them. I was having a conversation with a deputy here the other day. I was down at the Waffle House, and he came in and just happened to sit down near me, and he kept staring at me, and he kept staring at me, and he kept staring at me. And I noticed him looking, and I just went, all right, so either he's seen my file locally, because I have a cop story. I got arrested one time. So stupid. I got arrested one time. I was all messed up on pills back when I used to do drugs, and I got pulled in for like a possession, or I think it was I think I had a misdemeanor possession of pot. And they brought me in on like a Sunday night. So I had to stay till like Monday at noon. And they brought me in at like 4:30 in the afternoon. And after about an hour without a cigarette, this lady come over and asked if I wanted to talk to her. And I was like, no, ma'am. She's like, okay, and walked away. And she came back about 30 minutes later, slapped a pack of cigarettes on the window and was like, you want to talk to me now? I said, absolutely. Yes, ma'am. And we went into the little room and we sat down, and she opened the cigarettes and handed me a pack of matches, and I lit a cigarette and sat there and said, now, what would you like to talk about? She said, oh, just start at the beginning and tell me whatever you like. And this is when I should have started my channel. This was the birth of an idea that people might actually listen to me. But what I did was I told her a story about when I was a kid, I had a goat, and all the insane things this goat did. Now, first of all, I've never owned a goat. But for something like 4.5 hours, that woman listened to me absolutely enraptured. She was just completely sucked in by it. And it was 4.5 hours later, one of the deputies come in and bumped on the door, and she jerked and went, oh, I gotta go. And I was like, I imagine so. And the whole time I was talking, every now and then I'd pull a cigarette out, slide it up my sleeve. Pull a cigarette out, slide it up my sleeve. Stuck a match in my shirt pocket. And another match in my shirt pocket. Finally, they took me back to the cell. And a couple hours later, they came to let me out, and I was smoking on my last cigarette sitting there. He opened up the door. He's like, you're not supposed to have those. I said, why not? A cop gave them to me. Let's just get you processed out. But here's where now that was hilarious. And I wish I could I really wish I could go find that footage. I know they had to have recorded it, right? So when I'm on my way out, they walk me into the little booking area, and the sergeants, the duty sergeant has that real high desk, so you can't jump up over it and attack them. And I walked in and flat-footed that sucker up so I could put my elbows on it. And I leaned over and looked him straight in the eye, and I said, sir, this is the worst hotel I've ever been in. There was no turn-down service. My room was an absolute mess. The mattress is lumpy as hell, and there's no toilet paper. And I could not find my phone anywhere. I got to give him credit, because nothing happened here except for a twitch in one eyebrow. It just started bumping, and he sat there for a second. He went, reached back and pushed the door open behind me and said, hey, Deborah, this man says he don't like this hotel, and he's going to leave us a bad Yelp review. And the whole place went nuts, and I hopped down off there and looked at the deputy and said, can we take these off now? I think I'm a free man. He's been cleaned up his face a little. He's bright red. The guy behind the desk was giggling. The two guys that were over here in handcuffs were laughing, and the deputy that just walked in, bringing in another guy, come in and was like, "What I miss?" And they all started laughing again, and they just processed me out. I did leave him a bad review though.
A lot of people need to start doing that.
I heard, now I don't know this for a fact, and the dude might be jerking my chain, but I have heard tell that the local PD kept the video of that interrogation as an example of how not to interrogate someone. I wouldn't blame them a bit if they did, but I have tried a FOIA request, and they say that they only keep the videos for a certain amount of time. But back to the other day when I stepped into the Waffle House and this deputy kept staring me down like he knew me from somewhere. Back then I was clean shaven and my face was all busted up. So people don't necessarily recognize me right off. But I sat there and he stared at me. Finally, he finished his coffee and he got up and left. And the waitress come over and said, why was he eyeballing you so hard? I said, well, there's a couple of choices here. He thinks I'm hot, which is probably what it is. Or he's seen some of my shorts and knows he's seen me somewhere, but doesn't know where, which might be the most likely, to be honest. I mean, or they showed him that video. In any event, it would explain why he couldn't figure it out, because locally most people don't know I'm a YouTuber. They have no idea.
That's funny.
I live in a small town, so it's becoming much more well known. What's funny, what's really hilarious, I had a guy I went to school with. I was leaving the Waffle House at like 3 a.m. one morning. Just got done streaming, went and got me some coffee and some hash browns, I come walking out and this dude's like, hey man, I ain't seen you in forever. Dude, check this dude out. He looks just like you. You need to get you a YouTube channel so you can do stuff like this. The whole Waffle House crew knows I'm a YouTuber, and they all started laughing uproariously, right? And I'm like, yeah, man, that's a good idea. I probably should do. What kind of content does he do? Oh, he tells jokes. He's funny as that. He's funnier than you are. I bet he is. I bet you he is. I had to sit in my truck and giggle maniacally for a solid 5 minutes before I could drive home.
That's hilarious.
I came home, told my wife, did you know I'm funnier than I am? All right, this is my last one. I'm going to leave you with this one. Right after I started my YouTube channel, I'd hit about 500 subscribers. My pops had a surprise birthday party. And everybody showed up. Like, there were 4 generations of my family on both sides there. And there's probably 1,000 people, maybe 1,800 people. There was a whole bunch of people. They were fishing. Wait, did my sound just go out?
No.
Okay.
Well,
It clicked. Sometimes when it clicks, it just deadlines. Anyway, so we got my entire family in like both directions out to people I've never met. Right. And I get there and I get out of the truck, walk over, and I look at everybody, and there's my pops standing there, and he waves at me. And I'm like, come here, pops, come here. Hey, everybody. And they all listened. Every single one of these crackers come walking over. He formed a crowd around me. And I said, every single one of you have told me at some point in time or another that I'm not funny. And you're wrong, because YouTube thinks I'm funny, and you just didn't like that joke. So screw each of y'all individually. I could have been a comedian.
Now the funny thing is, you are.
My pop's sitting there the whole time. He's chewing. My pops don't laugh. My pops is like the most stoic man you ever saw. And if you can get him to go, you're doing real good. That's a belly laugh on anybody else. From him, is about all you're going to get. That day, he guffawed. He sat there laughing. And I was like, and you were the worst one. You told me my whole life that I wasn't funny. I didn't like those jokes. And then I unraveled.
I crack myself up all the time too. That's how I know I could do these StreamYards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I think you could manage a very good panel if you were to take the interest to do so. There's just a few little details that you'd have to work out to do every single time. You know, you have to make it a habit so that you don't make a mistake and get, prawn bombed or something like that.
Oh yeah. Mm-mm. Well, it's about Gregory's bedtime.
Yep. Thank you, Chef, for coming up. Thank you.
Much love, brother. I'm gonna go ahead and dip
Thank
out.
you.
Y'all have a lovely evening. Don't let the man get you down. Sasquatch out.
Always.
Okay, you too. So, you guys take it easy, and I see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.